It's a mukbang, it's a mukbang, it's a mukbang, bang, shoot it up, bang, bang. It's a mukbang, it's a mukbang, it's a mukbang, bang, smoke it up, bang, bang. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see here, I have funnel cake. Hey, hey. I know everyone who's been to the fair have all had funnel cake and it's so good, and I was craving funnel cake, so I decided to make some. This is like my second time making funnel cakes and it came out so good, as you guys can see. So I'm about to dig on in. I have me some milk to go with my funnel cake and some whipped cream. I think I might add some syrup, I'm not sure. So we're gonna see how I do because I wanted it to be a little bit syrupy. Okay, so we're gonna see. But anyway, I hope you guys have been having a great day. I have my 15-year-old bestie to the side, you know, like majority y'all. Tell her everything. You guys tell your kids everything? Go ahead, here. You guys have kids that you just tell them everything? Like, I just tell this little girl right here everything. It's probably too much. That's the biggest one. You see, like, she took the biggest one. Go ahead, eat on up, baby. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, let me pick one. I need a little more powder right there, but let me start with the one closest to me. Yes, let's go ahead and just start on that side. Y'all know I don't always eat everything, so let's start on this side. But yeah, so you guys have, like, you know, your kids that you tell everything to. This is bomb. I really like it with Cool Whip and stuff. Maybe sometimes too much. Tell your kids too much, but I share everything with mine. Everything. Y'all have to give me a moment. I could spaghetti. Got my milk. So I wanted to talk about, have I been married before? Or am I married? You guys have to add Cool Whip. It definitely adds a bang to it. You tearing that up over there. It's good. So, I'm not married, but I have been married before. How old was I when I got married? Too young. I don't know how old I was when I got married. Fresh out of high school. This bang, I like this hair and everything, but it's one of those, oh, it's so annoying. I met my ex-husband through a really, really good friend of mine. It's so delicious, my goodness. I've been slaving over the stove today, y'all, slaving. My kids are like, Mom, can you cook? I cook funnel cakes. We ain't got no order in this household. Sorry. I met him through a good friend of mine, and she was dating a guy, and I don't know if she asked or if I asked, like, oh, you got a friend? Or I think, no, she was like, he has a cousin, because I wasn't really looking to date. And I'm like, sure, I'll meet him. I'll meet his cousin. We met up. He came to our complex because me and my friend, we lived in the same complex. So he came through with his cousin, and we went walking. And from that moment, I was like, oh my God, I like him. I really did like him. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jamaican. I don't know what it is with me and these Jamaicans, but for whatever reason, I like them. I don't target Jamaicans. It just happens. So he comes over. We walk the complex, the neighborhood. We clicked very well. And from there on, we started dating. Y'all wanna know how long it took before I got married? Before I married him? Guess. How long before I got married? I ain't got no more. That's that. I'm gonna buy some more for that side or something. Y'all, within 6 months, I married him. 6 months. I don't know what made me get married. I wasn't anxious about it. It was not even something I was thinking about. I wanted love, but I was young. I wasn't thinking about marriage at all. He brought it up. It's not like we were sitting around like, and I was like, oh my God, I just want to marry you. I just want to marry you. You're so amazing. So, being that my mom is a preacher, I figured that's just the right thing to do. You know, it's a big, huge no-no to live in fornication and all that. So you better get married or you're gonna go to hell. That's what my mama always felt like. She told all her church members, you're sleeping with someone. You're sleeping and living with someone that you're not married to. Hell, hell, hell. So, for me, it always felt like that was the right thing to do. Why not? You can't go wrong. God wants you married. Your mom wants you married, so it must be the right thing to do. No one told me that it had to be the right person. I just got married. So what happened was, before I got married, there was this young adult woman at my mom's church. I think she was about 24, and she's been married before, 24, 25, and she was going through a separation. So she knew what marriage was about, that you have to take it serious, there's no rush. No one had told me anything about that. No one ever told me anything about marriage. I just knew it was the right thing to do. So, this woman went to a mutual friend of ours at my mama's church and told her to say, hey, you know what? Tell Debbie, what's the rush? You know, tell her she could take her time. She doesn't have to rush to get married. And no one had told me that. So when she relayed this information to me and was like, hey, such and such says, there's no rush. You don't have to get married. You can wait. I'm like, I could wait? Really? And I was like, I want to wait. I want to wait. You know, because I wasn't in a hurry, to be honest with you. Like, it was not a big deal to me. So after that information was given to me, it might have been the Holy Spirit, who knows? But I didn't listen, clearly. If he's my ex-husband. I go to him, my ex-husband, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to get married. Let's wait. Why not wait? I'm thinking he's gonna be like, because you know, it's a man. You know how men do. I'm thinking he'll be like, okay, you're right. You don't need to rush, baby. You know, whenever you're ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? No. He was like, I love you. I want to marry you. I love you. I'm like, really? So you love me. Because you do want to marry me. Then I said, either I told him or I told myself, I was like, I'm going to go talk to my mama. Whatever my mama said, that's what I'm going to do. I was thinking my mom was going to say no. You know, you go to your mom and she's going to say no or something like that. So I was going to leave the final decision to my mother. Whatever she decided, I was going to do. Not what he decided, not what I decided, but what she decided. So I goes to my mom, and I'm like, mind you, we was probably 30% in on making wedding arrangements and paying for stuff. About 30-40% in. So we had enough. It was to where we could have stopped everything and eat the losses up a little bit and keep it moving. So it wasn't like I was 80%, 60, 70% in. I wasn't. So I go to my mom and I'm like, Mom, I don't think I want to get married. I think I want to wait. I think I want to wait. I thought she was going to be like, okay, sure, you want to wait? That's fine. It's up to you. It's your life. You know, do what you want to do. She's like, nuh-uh. She's like, you going to get married. She's like, you getting married. So I'm thinking like, hey, my man loves me and he wants to marry me. My mom's telling me to do it and she's the pastor. I'm like, this must be right. So after 6 months, I married her. I really thought my mom was gonna be like, girl, good, because I didn't want you to do it anyway. I don't think my mom ever even sat down and met this man and spoke to him. And she's just gonna let me get married. I think the thing with pastors is, well, speaking for my mom, her having 3 daughters, I think for her it was more so image maybe. She wanted all of us to be married and to look good and to go to heaven. It was just the right thing to do. I think for her that's all it was. I don't think for my mom it was so much about love. Do you love him? It was just more, it's the right thing to do. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this mukbang short, y'all, because I got somewhere to go. I got something to do. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna touch more on this story later. Y'all know I am, because there's so much to it. It is so much to this story. It is crazy. So I'll share the rest of it with you guys on another mukbang. This probably gonna be my shortest mukbang finally. Short mukbang. But you know ain't no more in there. So I ended up marrying him. My mom never met him like that. And it wasn't like I was a rebellious kid. Like I didn't listen. Obviously I went to my mom. I wanted guidance, but I didn't get any guidance from my mother. I didn't get any type of don't do it. Wait, do you know what you're getting into? This is what being married entails. Nothing. She ended up doing the whole wedding. It was huge. Double limo. So much food because my mom has a big church. So she told all her members, everybody bring a dish. Everybody bring a plate. you know, would just bring something. So I had mad food, people serving the food. I had a big old wedding gown dress. I had only about, I think, 4 bridesmaids. What else? So it was a big wedding. Photographer, all of it. All of it. I did the whole thing. I did the whole thing only for that to last. Y'all wanna know how long it lasted, this marriage that after I got married after 6 months? You wanna know how long it lasted? You wanna know, don't you? I should save it for the next mukbang. It's a mukbang. I should, but I ain't gonna do that to you because I got so much more to talk about. Overall total, how long did it last? No, this is probably one of the worst disasters in my life. But I did get my oldest daughter from it after I got married. We did make a baby. Total, 3 years, 3.5 years. I'm not proud of it, but it happened. It happened. It is what it is at this point. I got my daughter. That was the only thing I got from it. The only thing I got from it. I think one of the reasons why he kept wanting to be married, he's Jamaican, and I think that fool just wanted his papers. Now, I know he did love me, but I feel like he also had an ulterior motive because soon after we got married, honey, we was in that immigration line. We was in that immigration line. And I didn't ever put 2 and 2 together like, is he marrying me for his papers? So then later on, I think a couple people like, girl, I think he married you for papers. I was like, so I went to him, I'm like, did you marry me for papers? Like, is that what you wanted from me? And he was like, I don't need to marry you to get papers. He was like, I'm already here on a visa. He was already here going to college and school. He was already here legal. He could have got his papers, he said, through the visa. It's just that through me, it speeds up the process. Is that why you sped up the marriage? Ulterior motive, man. It was a disaster of a wedding. I mean, marriage. The wedding was glamorous. Y'all, I got so fed up with him. The wedding album was I was so pretty. I don't even have any pictures to show y'all. I moved so much throughout the years, I lost it. So what I did one day, because I know I was so done with him, I took the wedding album and I put it on top of the trash in the kitchen like, this is going with the next dump. He comes home one day and the wedding album was gone, so he took it. I took the picture that I wanted from it and I dumped the rest. He took it, I don't know what he did with it. I don't care. I don't care. So, y'all already know, with my kids, I'm like this. I'm making sure they don't make that crazy decision that I made, that I'm gonna do a little bit different than my mom did. Don't get married because of you don't wanna go to hell because you're in fornication. Because it was a disaster. It did not work. It did not do anything for me. It was one of the worst decisions I made, literally. If I could take it back, I would. But then I wouldn't have my daughter, so. You know, parents, give your kids guidance. Teach them. Say some things to them. Don't just sit, assume they're gonna know. We leave the world to raise our kids. That's what happened to me. Island people, Haitian people, they don't really say much to kids. They just yell at you and beat your behind. That's it. That's it. Don't tell you about sex. Don't tell you about love. Don't tell you about your credit. I knew how to build my credit by myself. No one ever taught me credit. Nothing. Nothing. I taught myself. Everything. So now with my own kids, I'm available. I'm here all the time. So whatever they need, I'll teach them. I'll help them. My oldest one is a little bit more distant. She's a little bit more reserved. She doesn't get in my face too much. But this one, that one, nobody, nothing getting over on this one.
My other one, she has a great boyfriend. I'm happy with him. She's been making great decisions. But I'm not gonna, if my child come here at 21 years old and be like, Mom, I think and they've been together like 2.5 years. Mom, I think I want to get married. Who, what, when, where, why? No. Not today. Maybe in the next 5 years. Not this one. Not this mama. I'm not doing no weddings right now. Is you crazy? And you better not get pregnant either, because I might want one more. And we both can't be big belly up in this house, honey. So yes, I have been married before. I regret it. It was a disaster. I wish I could take it back, but it is what it is. So next time I get married, it is gonna be forever. So I'm trying to be very cautious and do everything right. I mean, everything right. Because once I get married again, divorce is not an option. Not an option, not an option. Divorce is not an option. When you get married, it better last, it better last, it better last, it gotta last. Okay, because she ain't getting no younger. But I look like 60 years old, divorced and then remarried. No, I'm gonna sit my butt right here, and you're gonna sit your butt right here. We're gonna figure this out and work this thing out, because I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. I don't wanna be alone. My mom going through stuff like that, y'all. I got so many stories to tell about my family. Y'all, it's crazy. But anyway, I'm about to wrap this mukbang up because she got things to do, okay? But I appreciate you guys for watching once again. I love you, love you, love you. Until the next one. It's a mukbang, 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 bong bong.